discussing about reported speech. Now reported speech basically contains two types of speech, which is direct speech and indirect speech. Direct speech often, the main statement basically is in inverted commas, and in indirect speech the inverted commas are removed and that is used in place of that. So a direct speech is basically used for the first person or a second person, but while using indirect speech, the person which is used is always a third person. Now in this video we will be discussing how to convert a direct speech into indirect speech with exclamatory sentences. So let us talk about exclamatory sentences first. Now exclamatory sentences are those sentences which contain an exclamation mark in the end, or while using an exclamatory word it ends with an exclamation mark. Example of exclamatory words are wow, bravo, hooray, yippee, hello, cheers, hey, yummy. So these are some of the examples of exclamatory words. Now you've noticed that after every word I have introduced an exclamation mark. This is a special point to remember that for all the exclamatory words, the words will always end with an exclamation mark. Now using these words in direct sentences, we need to convert those sentences into indirect form. Now we use such words in direct form. To convert it into indirect form, first we need to remove these exclamation marks and we have to replace that with a full stop. So the exclamation mark will be removed and it will be replaced by a full stop. And this wow, bravo, hooray, yippee, all these are used in direct sentences. But when we are converting these sentences into indirect form, we do not make use of such exclamations. We do not make use of such exclamatory words. Instead, all these are replaced with words like greeted, wished, promised, desired, wondered, commanded, regretted, applauded. So these are some of the words which are used in place of the exclamatory words. Now these exclamatory words are meant for direct speech and these words are meant for indirect speech. So these words are replaced by these words when we are converting from direct to indirect speech. Also with the word exclaimed. With the word exclaimed, we use the expression of feelings. Here we use the expression of feelings, and that feelings can be joy, pleasure. So he exclaimed with joy, he exclaimed with pleasure, right? So this is also a point to remember, and this point is also included for the indirect speech. Then an important point is that from converting to from direct to indirect speech, we make use of the word that, and here that acts as a conjunction so that an appropriate sentence can be formed. So these are the important points that we need to remember for converting a direct speech into indirect speech with exclamatory words. Now let us implement these rules in our sentences so that we can convert a direct sentence into indirect form. So first example can be, go away, said Reena. Now go away, said Reena. This is a direct command. Go away, said Reena is a direct command. Now this is an exclamatory sentence. Why? Because the word here contains an exclamation mark. Now I want to convert this sentence into indirect form. I said that while converting into indirect form, we have to remove the exclamation mark. And then we make use of special words. Here I will say, Reena told me to go away. Now here notice that the exclamation mark is not used. Said changed to. Rest, the meaning of the sentence remain the same. Another example can be, Sneha said do not touch my bottle. Now Sneha said, do not touch my bottle. Here, when I use an exclamation mark, I am not requesting someone. I am warning someone or I am commanding someone that don't touch my bottle. Right? So here Sneha said, do not touch my bottle. Here the sound that is coming is very alarming. It is very alerting that if you touch my bottle, then I won't spare you. So this is a kind of warning that Sneha is giving. So instead of the word said, just find out that what kind of tone does the sentence make. And this is an alarming voice. This is an alerting voice, or you can say a warning. So Sneha warned everyone not to touch her bottle. So Sneha warned everyone not to touch her bottle. This was a direct command. We have converted a direct command with an exclamatory mark to an indirect command. Another example can be, the teacher said, get out of my class. The teacher said, get out of my class. Here again it will be an exclamation, because here now the teacher is not requesting the students, the teacher is commanding to get out. So here I will say, the teacher commanded to get out of her class. So the teacher commanded. Why? Because now the sound that I am getting from get out of my class is of the command, or I can say ordered. It can be a command or an order. So now said gets converted to command or ordered. Now when we use words such as alas, oh, hooray, well done, cheers. So when we use such kind of words in direct form, this is in direct form or in direct speech, then while converting into indirect speech, as it is, we need to remove these exclamatory words, and instead of that, we make use of the word exclaimed. Now with this word exclaimed, we use many words or many expressions of feelings. Those feelings can be sad, joy, praise, applause. Now here sad, we do not use the word sad. Instead of sad, we will use the word sorrow. So exclaimed with plus sorrow, joy, praise, applause. These depend upon the sentences or the type of interjections that we are using. Example of usage of these is alas, I missed the train. Said Ritu. Alas, I missed the train, said Ritu. Now, the feeling that you get over here is a feeling of sadness. You are sad because you missed the train. So now, this is my sentence in direct speech. I want to convert this into indirect form. So, my alas will change to exclaimed with sorrow, because while missing the train, no one is happy. You're not happy when you miss something. You were sad because you did not attend that event. Here I will say Ritu exclaimed with sorrow that she, now missed is the past form of verb. The past form of verb in direct speech changes to past perfect while converting into indirect speech. So missed will be changed to past perfect. And past perfect is had plus third form of verb, which is missed. So Ritu exclaimed with sorrow that she had missed the train. The exclamation mark has been removed. It has been replaced with a full stop. The interjection has been removed. It has been replaced with the expression of feeling. Another example can be wow, Sarita is looking beautiful. Said Rushmi. Wow, Sarita is looking beautiful, said Rushmi. Now here, Rushmi is actually praising Sarita, right? Because she is looking very beautiful and Rushmi liked that avatar of Sarita. Therefore, she is praising. So again, I will begin with my object. I will say Rushmi exclaimed with, now here out of these expressions I will use praise because I am praising someone, I am complimenting someone. So Rushmi exclaimed with praise that Sarita was, now is changes to was. Sarita was looking beautiful. So now this was my direct sentence, and I have converted my direct sentence with exclamatory word to an indirect sentence. The meaning remained the same, but the form of the sentence has changed completely. The tense of the sentence has changed completely. So these are the examples where we can make use of the word exclaimed with the expression of feelings depending upon the expression that is being made in the direct sentence. We change to the indirect sentence. Like I say that, well done, you have won the match. So well done is again a joyous kind of a thing, that we have won the match and we are very delighted. So we can say that Saryu exclaimed with delight that they had won the match. So now according to the expressions and according to the feelings, we use different words like sad, sorrow, joy, praise, applause, delight. There are n number of words which can be used. Now exclamatory sentences can be converted or they can be transformed into assertive. Now one example can be, like I can say, Sohan said, if I were a bird. Now Sohan said, if I were a bird, means that someone is imagining that if he was a bird, or I can say that someone was wishing that he wished to be a bird, right? So now this is a direct sentence with an exclamation. Now I have to change it into indirect form. So I will say Sohan wished that he had been a bird. Sohan wished that, because were is a past, simple past tense. Simple past tense changes to past perfect tense. So Sohan wished that he had been a bird. Now in this video we have discussed about the reported speech, in which a direct sentence is converted into indirect sentence containing an exclamatory word. We also discussed different rules for converting the same.